I ain't saying the Cowboys is the only ones working out. I'm saying I'm happy to see my players. My players is getting to it. It's get right season. What's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk, right back like I never left. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all feeling? Look. I was gonna make this video the other day. I saw a video came out, not came out. Ceedee Lamb's IG putting in work, putting in a whole lot of off-season work, and I got excited about it. I said, Ceedee's coming for something he left next season. Like, he's looking like he's coming for something he left on the field. All pro season, 1,350 plus yards, 9 touchdowns, and he looked hungry. He looked like he just scratching the surface on his career. I like that. Hold on, let me take these off for a second. I like that. I like to see the focus in my players in the offseason, you know. Now, let me say this before I go forward. I'm not implying that other teams' players ain't getting to it. Every NFL team has players training right now. These are alpha males, excellent athletes at the top of their game. But I'm a Cowboys content creator. I focus on my team. So I'm here to talk about my players getting to it. If you a fan of another team, you go make videos about your players getting to it. All right? Anyway, watching CeeDee Lamb get to it, he just seems a little bit more locked in than normal. You know, he's made videos the last couple seasons training and things like that. And to be honest with you, if you want to downplay the offseason grind, he's gotten better every year. Like progressively, yardage, touchdowns, awards every year. CeeDee Lamb's training like he's coming for a top 5 spot. But then I start to see other players like the best athlete on our team, the most well-rounded athlete on our team, Micah, he getting to it. Every day he posting something on IG, getting to it. Now, Micah likes to talk a lot of trash on Twitter. He's playful, joyous. He don't take things too seriously, but he locked in at the gym. You know, it's even good. It's even good to see Micah training with Bijan. That just looked right. Now I know Bijan not falling to 26. It's mad teams that want him. Trust me, teams is willing to jump up in front of us and get him. So I'm trying my best not to get wrapped around. We going for Bijan. If he's there, then we taking him. But he gotta be there first. You know. But it do look good to see them training together, man. It just look right. And then you start to see the pictures surface of Dak Prescott in the Dak yard. And let me say this about the Dak yard. Eagles fans is so bitter. Yeah, specifically Eagles fans. Let's not sugarcoat it. That pictures of video of a player training at their house facility. People are saying stuff like the Cowboys is corny because they named the facility the Dak Yard. First of all, that's Dak's house. That's first. That's Dak Prescott's house. That's where he trains at. He put a 50-yard football field in the back of his house, of his mansion, and he gets busy back there. And when you can't have organized workouts right now at team facilities or organized by the team. So players is training all around the country in different places. They meet at high schools and colleges, and they do all kinds of different stuff. We don't got to do that. Because our quarterback, QB1, built a full-fledged football field, at least a 50-yard football field behind his house, where he gets busy on the regular. Weeks ago, he was training with DeAndre Hopkins. See, y'all didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? I know D-Hop didn't end up in the Cowboys, but he was training with D-Hop. A lot of receivers have came to the Dak yard. That's why a lot of y'all haters that really don't like Dak Prescott, it's peers in the league that respect him, that like him, that have trained with him at his house. It be the cornballs with Twitter fingers that hate him. But anyway, you see him out there with CeeDee Lamb. And it's a still image. You know what I'm saying? But it's good to see QB1, wide receiver 1 for the Cowboys getting to it. Getting to it. You know what I'm saying? In April, maybe in March, just getting to it. Just locked in. You know? I know that there's going to be organized team workouts and things like that coming up, and every quarterback supposedly does this, but hold on. No, they don't. Plenty of reports over the years. Carson Wentz wasn't locked in like he was supposed to be. Kyler Murray ain't locked in like that. Stop giving credit to starting quarterbacks that ain't putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? I'll give credit to one Eagle. Jalen Hurts grinds. He puts in the work. He's grinding just as hard as Dak is. He out there working. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna hate. He is out there working. I don't know where. That's for y'all to find out. But my quarterback's at his crib putting in work. That's what he been doing. That's what he be doing. The difference between Hurts and him, this year 8, baby. Sounds crazy to say, but this year 8. Going into year 8. 7 years. Missed probably a year with an injury, so 6 years. 6, but in the league, year 8. And he's working harder than most starters. I like to see it. After you've gotten paid, players fall off after they get paid. They fall off after they've been a starter multiple years. They start resting on their laurels and getting lazy. Now, Dak Prescott putting in that work, you love to see it. So to see him and Ceedee Lamb putting in work, dope. Then more pitchers come out. Jake Ferguson, Semi Fuhoku, who's on a roster bubble. He got to put in work this year. I just got to see it come to fruition. Maybe he'll get better chances since Kellen Moore's out of here. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can put that big frame to use. Maybe he can really shift it tight end. There was talks about that last year. But Jake Ferguson, I don't know if Peyton Hendershot was there. Zeke was there, but Zeke and Dak like this. But it's just good to see our players locked in. Micah, Dak, Ceedee, I almost said Zeke. Ceedee Lamb, Jake Ferguson. You know what I'm saying? Our stars. Ferguson ain't a star yet, but I got a lot of faith in Fergie. Just out there putting in work. Nothing different from the other teams. But when you're a team as scrutinized as the Cowboys, as propped up by fans as the Cowboys sometimes. Because I ain't going to lie, I know them Cowboys, they walk around the streets down there in Texas, and I'm pretty sure they're treated like royalty. So it'd probably be easy to get lazy. But for it to be early April, and you to be out here putting in work. Now, I know they've been training probably all off season, but just the visuals help. It does help. Every once in a while, to let you know, we putting in work. We tapping in before the draft. As this team continues to come together, this roster comes together, the players that are currently on the team are not being lazy. Ferguson know the opportunity he has, that he can become tight end 1 on America's team, and he putting in work. That's all I wanted to say today. It ain't nothing too deep. It ain't nothing too in-depth. It's just your boy CFT just here to let you know I like what I see out of our players. They look like they coming to get something that they left. Y'all know I say I'm right back like I never left. That's because every day is something I got to jump in here and talk to y'all about. The players is right back like they never left. It's almost like the off season was just a small pause, take a small break. We back to this grind. Because I really feel like, and I'm sure they feel like, the opportunity is crazy this year. The last couple of years, you've seen me every offseason. You know what I'm saying? I'll say this team feels different. They locked in more, a little bit more than normal. This year, the way that we've kind of loaded up, those 2 small moves, they small but they big. Stephon Gilmore is a humongous move. No disrespect to AB, but it really does solidify your defense. It's hard to just throw to the other side. How many games last year did you see people just throw to the other side? Just throw it to the other side. We'll figure it out. You can't completely avoid Trayvon Diggs anymore. You got to pick your poison. And you can't just bracket Ceedee Lamb anymore. You can't afford to just throw your best corners and everything at Ceedee Lamb. You leave Brandon Cooks on a bad corner if you want to. He's going to blow past them. And then the fact that Michael Gallup gets to say, hold on, I get to go against your threes now? And we going to, listen, there's people out there, I've seen a couple mock drafts saying we going to get Zay Flowers. I've seen Quentin Johnston. We interviewed Josh Downs. Like, we about to load up differently and come out there with a different mindset, for a whole different offense. We ain't seen that in years. But anyway, I'm on a tangent. I'm a little off track. Just hyped to see our players training, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments about the training videos. I'm sure it's going to be some people that say, everybody trains in the offseason. Y'all not special. I don't care what you're talking about. It's good to see my players locked in. It's your boy, Mr. Rome. I holla.